CRT is problematic because it is a very racist ideology. And the thing about race is we don't get to choose our race, we don't get to choose our parents or our nationalities. Absolutely not. You know, one thing about being an American is that we appreciate all cultures and everyone gets to celebrate that culture. CRT is problematic because it is a very racist ideology. And you may be shocked because CRT is presented like it's pro-minority, but just look at the parts of CRT. For one thing, it's a worldview that argues that white people are oppressors, all white people, even white people that are born poor in Appalachia, you know, maybe their dad or mother never finished the 3rd grade, maybe they are uneducated themselves. They are considered as having a property interest in their whiteness. And it is presented as if those white people, no matter how poor they are, that they are superior to racial and ethnic minorities, and that they need to divest themselves of their whiteness. Only white people can be racist. And all of these things that are put forth is very dangerous to racial and ethnic minorities. And the thing about race is we don't get to choose our race, we don't get to choose our parents or our nationalities. And so in America, we decided, you know, with our civil rights laws, not to advantage or disadvantage someone because of immutable characteristics. And immutable characteristics include, you know, your race. It includes your sex, whether you're born male or female. And these are things, you know, a person's nationality, you know, they're born in a particular nation. These are things that you don't get to choose. And so why would you want to discriminate against someone because of that? With CRT, it discriminates against people. It doesn't want people treated equally. In fact, it wants certain individuals advantaged because of the group they belong to. And so that's a problematic with CRT, or critical race theory, is that it's a racist, white supremacist ideology that argues that white people really are superior to other groups, that only white people can liberate the other groups, and that racism is permanent, and no matter what white people do or black people or anyone else, that racism is still going to be there. And it's harmful to racial and ethnic minorities, because if you believe that you have an immutable characteristic that you could never change, and that's holding you back, it doesn't matter what you do, then you're not going to have a good outcome. You're always going to be feeling like there's nothing you can do because, you know, you were dealt a bad hand at birth, that there's something holding you back that you can't do anything about it. It's ridiculous. Well, Black History Month. It's very, very interesting. I think every day is Black History, and that American history is Black history. And so if you want to take a month of the year and say this is Black history, I mean, we've been doing it, but I think that every month is Black History Month because we are so much a part of American history that you cannot have American history without Black history. So celebrate it if you want to, but as for me, my position on it is that I'm an American, and I don't want my history confined to 1 month out of a year. Have a question you'd like answered? Drop it in the comments section for a chance to be featured on Against All Odds.